Dustin Poirier was talking with Teddy Atlas. I'm going to assume that you guys have already heard this by now. I'm about an hour short on this, but Dustin's doing an interview. Teddy asks him some questions. Dustin drops a nugget that is, he has accepted, talking about Dustin himself, Dustin has accepted a short notice fight with Nate Diaz. Dustin doesn't give any more details. He actually says, I can't give any more details. I can't talk about the date. I can't talk about the weight. I can't fill in any of the blanks here, but this is being discussed to the point that I was contacted and that I have pushed the green button. Okay. So I get the calendar out and I'm looking at a short notice fight. Obviously a pay-per-view. Dustin, obviously a pay-per-view. Nate. So you start looking at pay-per-views. You see what's upcoming. We have a pay-per-view between the heavyweights, Surreal and Francis. That's going to be in California, which geographically would put a motivation on a promoter to bring Nate Diaz on. But that's also a couple weeks away, and I don't think it would get thrown together that fast. So you look again, you go, okay, where are we at in February? February, live show, going to be in Houston, Adesanya, Whitaker, boom. Strengthen that card up. That would be the motivation. And you put Nate and Poirier in. Now, this is Chael guessing, but I stand by my detective work there. Even if it was pretty limited and lazy within its simplicity, I still stand by it. I'm assuming that that's the card that they're looking at. So I go through the rest of the card. I'm looking who's on there, and it could use strengthened for sure. So we're talking about Nate versus Poirier, and I feel as though that should be the only thing we're talking about. These guys have a past. Their past is something they need to do a good job of reminding you guys of, which is Madison Square Garden. The night that the BMF title was contested between Nate and Masvidal, it was supposed to be Nate versus Poirier. I believe Poirier was the interim champion at that time. I could have that fact wrong, but I don't think that I do. It was going to be a main event. It was going to be a mega fight, and something happened on Poirier's side, which is where you then insert Poirier's teammate, George Masvidal. Okay, great. However close I am on that, there is still a story. There is something dangling and lingering between those two athletes for close to 3 years now. And it's a great jumping off point in telling to the audience what this fight is about and why this fight matters. Now, before you get to that, and I feel as though I should just stay on that. That seems like a hot and juicy topic. When this came out of Poirier's mouth to Teddy Atlas, I mean, my ears were burning. I loved it. I wanted more. I can't take a look at that fight and wonder why there is a motivation to get those guys together so quickly other than the rest of the card not being strong enough. And I'm talking about Adesanya versus Whitaker. And there is something there, by the way, and I need to disclose this. When I give a fight a hard time, I am never insulting anybody or any decision or any athlete. Sometimes things, they come together, it should work, and it doesn't. 2 + 2 isn't 4. And I don't see those as something where you dismiss or you accept and you state the obvious. I see each one of these as a case study. Every single sold-out arena, I will sit down and try to figure out what was different here. Every single time I see a pay-per-view record, I'll try to figure out what is different here. I want to identify it. Anybody can sell a Ferrari. I get people come to me all the time and go, why don't we just put Masvidal and Conor together? That would be a really big fight. Thank you, Captain Obvious. There's 52 main events a year. You just offered one. So my problem is no longer 52. I now have 51 problems. You really haven't helped me all that much.